Yo guys, welcome back to another Just Cameron podcast. Today we have a special guest. He's a Leicester Football Club YouTuber and his name goes by LCFC BOYA, also known as Anthony Howard. Introduce yourself if you want to.
Hey, you're right, mate. Cheers for having me on. So yeah, you're saying Leicester City fan channel, so doing home and away match day vlogs, all things really Leicester. So if you want to check me out, LCFC Boyer, make sure to do that. Cheeky plug within the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, link will be definitely in the description. He's a really good channel. I think you're on the road to 5k subs now, aren't you? Is it
Free,
5k?
free,
3k. My
3K.
bad. Yeah, yeah, because it was a long time ago since I checked channel. But yeah. So recently I put out a tweet to do with questions you want to ask on the podcast because we're going to answer your guys' questions. We're going to talk about the recent games as well, like the recent games starting off the whole quarantine sort of thing. And just before we get into that, how has your quarantine gone so far, Anthony?
It's been alright, I guess. Bit like it was difficult just being at home constantly. I'm glad to be back at work, to be honest. I don't do well being in one closed space for a long time.
Hmm. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so it's still obviously the virus is still going around and stuff, and you
Hmm.
still got to be careful. But it's slowly returning back to what was normality to me before.
Yeah, I feel like now like we wouldn't really class the norm as normal anymore because I don't think we'll like the atmosphere is gonna be really weird after this. Even if the virus becomes like a what do you say like a it will just engrave itself into society, and it will be basically like you said, take forever to go back to normality. But like yeah, I feel like the virus will be the norm, but things will never be the same. But yeah, so let's get straight into these questions. So let's start off with a question by Douglas Horn, LFC 92. His question is: Who should leave Arsenal this summer? The players who are not good enough, and Anthony, where do you think Leicester will strengthen in the summer? Do you want to go first, Ant?
Yeah, should we split that into two questions? So with the
Yeah,
Arsenal
yeah.
bit, we'll go
So,
through that
so
first.
do you want to start with the Arsenal one first, yeah?
Yeah. So who
So,
should leave us?
who should leave this summer? Well,
The whole defence
my
potentially
whole
at least.
the whole defense. Like, oh, right. So first things first, David Luiz. I don't know why we thought another 1 year contract would be perfect enough for him. He's come back after the whole, I think, 10 weeks off, whole 10 weeks off, and he's just done nothing apart from mistake after mistake after mistake. The Man City game, he got sent off um, and before that he gave a Man City a penalty, which led them to have a 3-0 win at the end of the game. I did not even beforehand when he was playing, he was making mistake after mistake. He was out of place. He was running further forward than he should have. He was leaving gaps open in the defence, and it because I believe he was playing the Sheffield United game in the FA Cup, and my God, the amount of times he slipped up as well with the passes and receiving passes as well. No, he is not a signing that we want to keep because when we signed him, we wanted him to be as good as he was at Chelsea and PSG because PSG he was having the time of his life there. He was a quality centre back. He was being recognised
But
every single game, and
it's incomparable though because a couple of things that you've said. At PSG, he was in a lower level league
mm,
and in his prime. Now he's 32 in a quicker league. I know he's played at Chelsea, but the only times he's looked really decent at Chelsea is in a back three, where
mm,
he's very much protected and stuff, and he's almost encouraged to step out into the midfield. Been brought in as Arsenal, where I thought he would be a stopgap for a 1 year sort of contract
yeah,
until you could bring in someone better like Upamecano.
mm,
But it looks like, but you've gone for David Luiz, and now you're almost stuck with him as a long term thing because you don't have the financial backing that you maybe would have had without the COVID situation.
Yeah, like even beforehand, I think Stan Kroenke, before we got into the whole situation it was beforehand, I think we should have. I think Kroenke should have put money into the team because there's one thing that I think he lacks. He lacks the interest in our the whole team as the whole club as a thing because he just doesn't like putting money into it.
The thing is, Stan Kroenke, he could not care less about Arsenal in terms of how he's performing on the pitch. You're a cash cow to him. He's going
Exactly.
to keep making money and keep making money. And because you've got such a big fan base and you've got people around the world who constantly buy merchandise, you've got a lot of tourist fans, so the Emirates will be full on every Premier League game. He's going to continually make money, however far down the league you drop. As long as you stay in the Premier League and like keep selling out the stadium, keep selling merchandise, he's making money, and that's his priority.
Yeah, I just think he's a money grabbing. Yeah, not gonna say the word.
He's a businessman. He's a businessman at the
Yeah,
end of the day. He's not a football man.
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, so I think that we
It's
should.
like
So go on.
it's like at Leicester when you look at our owners. Yes, they're businessmen in terms of king power, but to make money, you've got to invest money, and they've got that right so well. But they're investing in the squad, they're investing in the local area, they've invested in the training ground, and they've got the intentions to make us one of the elite clubs in English football. But by doing that, they're going to make more money than just by like what Arsenal are doing. I'm just happy to use you as a cash cow.
Yeah, yeah. I just feel like we have not been looking at the defense as a whole. Yeah, recently we have signed like Socrates almost 2 years ago now. David
The
Luiz
thing is,
obviously.
though, Socrates, he's another short-term signing.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just
Is we
because what was he,
always
31 when you signed him?
uh, how long ago did we sign him?
2 years ago.
Yeah, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, around that mark. Like, I just want our defense sorted. Like, because the midfield and the attack, it's all right. Like, I don't mind the players that are in the midfield and the attack, but it's just
I
the
still,
defenders that it's just we're not.
I still think you could do with a holding midfielder and an attacking midfielder because
Yeah,
you've got Torreira, who's I rate Torreira, but for whatever reason, it's not working for him at Arsenal. And then
yeah,
you've got Özil, whose contract's a complete mess. He's not playing, and I think he's well past his prime.
exactly. I think he's getting 40 million just for sitting on the bench. I believe is 40 million his budget, or is he's like a wage? I believe it's around that.
Well, it's 350 grand a week, and I'm not going to try and work that out on the spot
Yeah,
to make myself look like an idiot.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
it's
half the time he doesn't even make the bench. And the stupid thing is, when you look at the players that are available in the league for that kind of money, when you see how much he's on, there's Grealish at Villa who would be miles above what Özil's doing for you of them. Even Maddison at Leicester. I would even say Buendia at Norwich could be doing better than what Özil has contributed for you this year. Thing is, I think Özil a couple of years ago, absolute brilliant player, but
mm,
giving him the deal that you did and then not using him, I don't understand.
yeah. Like I believe uh with Ozil, I can see he hasn't got the heart or the passion for the club anymore because like you said, he's not being played. He's just sitting on the bench. Like, I just worked it out. He's being paid 18.2 million a year just to sit on the bench,
That's
and
not too.
yeah, it's quite a lot of money.
Particularly for you guys in the state that you won't spend money at the moment because you don't have, yet you're paying ridiculous wages like that to someone.
Yeah,
Well, it makes no sense.
yeah, it's just ridiculous. Why are we keeping players we don't need? Like David Luiz, we know he's a flop, so why are we keeping him?
The
Mustafi,
thing is, it's not even a thing for Ozil. It's not keeping him. He won't. Mesut Ozil has got no reason to leave. he's on a contract that he will get nowhere else.
Mm,
Stuff. So for him, he will be happy to see out that contract.
exactly.
And you guys you've similar to what United have done with Alexis Sanchez, giving him stupid wages. You've backed yourself into a corner where you've got to pay out that. If you want him to go, you're either going to have to back out that contract, which will mean paying all the wages to Özil, or you're just going to have to let him see out his contract. So you've backed yourself into a corner.
See, Lloris says see out his contract. Like, if we want him to see out his contract, we should give him game time. Like, even like I believe if he does start playing again, he might have that passion to play again. Depends on how the whole team's playing as a whole. Because Ozil, him being him, I think he's obviously being a cam, like around the central attacking midfielder. He's a team player. Like I think he's a player that will help and give the whole team as a whole thrive and fight to actually win a match. Because I remember like when Ozil was playing really good a few years ago, like we were winning games more often than what we are now. And I just think if we want him to finish off his contract and go, we want to give him the last few months of his contract left a good time, because what's the point of finishing your contract with just sitting on the bench doing nothing when you can play?
The thing is, I see what you're saying to an extent, but if Mikel Arteta doesn't see him as part of the future, what's the point of playing him just because he's on big money? If Mikel Arteta, just as an example, sees someone at like, I don't know, I don't watch enough Arsenal to say, but Joe Willock, an example.
Yeah.
Don't know how much he played. But just as an example, if he sees Joe Willock as more of a future, someone who wants to play for Arsenal and is not just there for a paycheck, surely it's better to play Joe Willock.
Yeah. I totally get what you're saying.
Just an example. I don't know how much Mikel Arteta rates Joe Willock and stuff. It's just like an example of a player.
Yeah. I actually rate Joe Willock a lot. I rate a lot of the youngsters. Like I rate Saka, Willock, Guendouzi. Holding's 24, I think, right at the moment. But he's like, for me, I actually really like him as a defender. Like if you want to keep some defenders that we have currently, I think keep Holding, keep Chambers as a defensive midfielder. Like Chambers used to play centre back, but he got moved to the midfield. Because because I think when we
Ranieri at Fulham, wasn't it? Ranieri put him in the midfield.
Yeah, Ranieri put him in midfield. Yeah, and to be fair, like he did really good there. Like I think he's a great CDM. Him and Torreira together, I think them two played really well. Who else? I think we've brought in Cedric. He's just come off an injury, I believe. He played.
Yeah, I don't get this. He hasn't played a game for you yet. You've offered him a 4-year contract.
I think a lot of the buys we have now are just panic buys. Because with
he was all right at Southampton, but to not even play a minute for Arsenal and be offered a 4-year contract, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's because we're playing Bellerin a lot. Because I think apart from Cedric and Bellerin, those are the only two right backs we have. Because Lichtsteiner's gone now, I believe.
Lichtsteiner left at the start of the year. You've been playing Ainsley Maitland-Niles at right back. He's been doing better than Bellerin has. Bellerin has never fully recovered from his injuries.
No. Yeah, I like Maitland-Niles as a right wing back, but I think he came out and said that he's not a defensive right back. So when he gets criticism and a stick for not doing well defensively, then that's the reason why. Because I saw an interview between him and this like interviewer. It was like,
interviews.
Pardon?
I said it tends to be who does it.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, it was saying like, oh yeah, if I get stick for playing right back, then you should bear with me because like he's not used to playing right back. He's normally a midfielder. So if he's playing right back and he doesn't do well, then he's still learning. But yeah, I think we should keep him out. Pardon?
That's ridiculous. you're Arsenal Football Club and you're being run like a lower league, like a lower half of the table club.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
we don't want
know.
to buy a right back. We're
It's
bringing in a free player. Oh no, we'll have to use a centre mid at right back. Like your
it's
Arsenal Football Club, you should be looking at players to bring in. You missed
it.
out on Wan-Bissaka to Man United. You Max Aarons you were linked to. You should be looking up to bring in a specific right back, not just signing Cedric because he's free, and Maitland-Niles will do as a makeshift right back.
I I just it's frustrating as a fan when you see the club not doing much to help themselves, or because he's saying, oh yeah, Arsenal linked to Upamecano, Arsenal linked to like last year we were linked to
Half of that
Vida
PPR.
from from Besiktas, but we didn't end up getting him.
The thing is, a lot of these players you'll be linked to, you won't sign the majority of them. A lot
Hmm.
of it will be club
We
trying to spin out positive PR.
we never fall through with the signings that we say we're gonna make. We never do. Apart from certain ones, like obviously like Aubameyang and Lacazette and stuff like that, the signings that we did sign. But it's
The
just
thing is, a lot of it won't be the club putting it out. A lot of it will be the press. But the thing is, the club will feed stuff to the press to try and keep positive PR, to keep the fans happy, keep
yeah.
the fans investing money into the club, blah, 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 blah.
But I don't get. What's the point of Arsenal saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to sign this player just to keep the positivity" when we don't fall through it and don't fall through with it, and then goes back to negative? Like it keeps on.
Yeah, but by keeping. But what do you know? What time of the season that season tickets are renewed, mate? It's just before the transfer window opens, generally.
Yeah,
So
isn't that mid season?
no, it's normally towards the end of the season.
Hmm.
And if you're an Arsenal fan and you're linked to all these players and being told be excited and stuff, you're gonna renew your season ticket next
Most
year.
definitely, yeah.
But if you're an Arsenal fan who's already frustrated, you're considering do I or don't I, and then you hear you linked to Cedric from Southampton on a free compared to Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid. Can you see the difference?
Yeah, yeah.
It's all a PR spin, mate. All a PR spin.
It's honestly so annoying, and yeah, it's just why can't we stick to our words, and why can't we get the money in? It's so frustrating.
As I said, Stan Kroenke doesn't care about the football side of it, mate. You're a business.
Mhm.
You're a business. That's
Yeah.
all you are.
We're just a money machine for him. As long as we make money, he's happy.
Yeah.
So the other part of the question is, Anthony, where do you think Leicester will strengthen in the summer?
So I think we'll buy another centre back, a striker, and a winger, and potentially another midfielder. Well, actually, I think we will sign another midfielder. I think we'll sign William Carvalho, which I'm hearing whispers of it being done. And then centre back wise, we need sort of rotation for Johnny Evans and Sienchu. So I'll be looking at someone like Aya from Celtic, Ake potentially from Bournemouth, someone of that ilk who will be able to rotate with them, who's able to play from the back and sort of stick to Brendan Rodgers' philosophy. Striker Alfredo Morales would be perfect.
Oh
Just
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
machine Rosary.
Morales looks like a really good striker. He
does. And
he
he'll
looks
only
class.
He'll only be about 10 or 15 million as well. Would be very, very good. And then a lot of our business as well is going to be dependent on whether Chilwell stays or goes.
Yeah, I heard about the Chilwell thing. You're not getting to that, no? Or
Yeah, we can talk about Chilwell.
right, the whole Chilwell situation. What were your thoughts on that, Ant?
Oh, yeah. So Ben Chilwell, he looked so happy at full time that he'd given his future team a free pass into the semi-finals.
Oh my god! Like, yeah, I saw that picture and I was like, is he really
No,
laughing with the Chelsea players?
the thing is, he didn't have a bad game. What annoyed me was his reaction after the game. full-time whistle goes, Schmeichel see absolutely steaming, Vardy fuming, and then Ben Chilwell's there having a laugh with Ross Barkley. He couldn't care less that we've lost a quarter-final of an FA Cup. It's just wrong mentality.
You know what that reminds me of? It's when Sanchez got subbed off like for us. We were losing. I can't remember what team it was. Exactly. But he was sitting on the bench, and then when we conceded again, he was laughing. His hand was in front of his mouth, and it was like you could see him laughing, like.
The thing with Chilwell, why it annoys me even more, is he's meant to be a Leicester fan, one of our own kind of thing. Sanchez was only there. Sanchez, yeah, I know he was a fan favourite at Arsenal, but he wasn't an Arsenal fan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I definitely get what you mean, yeah.
Supposedly a Leicester fan, one of our own, come through the youth setup, and he just couldn't care less that we lost.
I don't know why players have this like certain attitude to laughing at the club that they're playing for, to just laugh when they lose.
The thing is, it was instantly after the full-time whistle as well. So for me, like getting back onto the transfers and stuff, if we get a decent offer for him, I think he should go in the summer. His head's not at Leicester. It's been apparent since about January he wants to move. His performances have dropped off a cliff, and if the right offer comes in, I think we should take it.
Who do you think you should sign if you sell Chilwell?
We need to be looking at some mid-table clubs at some of our left backs. So Tierney wouldn't be a bad pickup. You didn't get what I just said, did you?
Yeah, I know what you said. Yeah, Tierney will be a good pickup.
No, but we should be looking around mid-table. So
oh shit! I just clocked as well. It just clocked. Things like we are mid-table. We're acting like a mid-table club. We just are.
This year you are in mid-table. Like I know you can say this is Leicester's first good season and stuff, but we've got sort of the foundations in the setup to kick on. I don't think you guys do. I really don't. I could see you guys, particularly if Aubameyang leaves, you guys could genuinely struggle to sort of keep.
I know. We're gonna honestly. I saw someone tweet out the other day saying, I think it was after we lost to Man City, and someone said, if or when Aubameyang leaves, our club is not going to only be mid-table, but almost third half of the table. So like from 15th to 20th.
I don't think you'll ever drop that far, but it's a long way for you guys to get back to where you want to be, particularly with the owners that you got that don't care. But going back to the left back thing, I think someone like Tierney would be perfect. He's worked under Brendan Rodgers before. Brendan Rodgers has got the best out of him before, but whether Tierney would leave Arsenal after 1 year, potentially not. But then we'll be looking at players like Alex Telles, is one that we've been linked to quite heavily, and Tagliafico. Those are sort of the three names. So for me, all three of those are an upgrade on Chilwell, in my personal opinion. Yeah. And we'll be paying less for them than what we sell him for.
See, what I love about Leicester is it's that when you look at players, that's certain people that they know about but don't think that they're a big deal. But obviously Leicester fans, that they see a player and that they see that player playing in the league that they're before they move to Leicester, and like that's a really good like prospects and really a good player to come to your club. And then when they do, they just play as they were in the previous club, or even better, like Ozzy Perez. He came from Newcastle. You signed him from there. Now playing for Leicester, his first game, didn't he get a hat-trick?
Not first game, but he got a hat-trick against Southampton. And I'll say Ozzy Perez is probably not even the best example of that. You look at Siuncu playing in Turkey, brought him in for 15 million, been outstanding this year. Johnny Evans, 3 million. Ndidi, 10 million. Maddison, 15 million. Ricardo Pereira, like 18 million.
And
that's because of...
Sorry, go on. I was going to say, didn't you sign Mahrez and Vardy for like really cheap, and then obviously Mahrez left, but
520 million. So, the thing is, that's the difference. We've got football people running our club, and like really good scouting network and stuff like that.
Mm.
Which for us we don't. That's the Leicester mould of buying young players and developing them, and then I want this to stop, but we sell them on for profit. I want to hold on to those players, if you know what I mean, for them to progress further at Leicester. At the moment, we're having to sell them on for profit to reinvest that money.
Yeah.
But I think particularly if we can get Champions League, we won't have to keep selling them, and we can really start building a really, really decent squad. Which at the moment our starting 11's brilliant, but it's our squad depth. But it's as we sort of go beyond into the future, that's what we need to improve on, is our squad depth.
I believe you will get Champions League. Like, I can see Leicester getting Champions League into the Champions League again. I just can. Like, I can just see it happening. Like, you'll come top 4, and then you'll just do bits in the Champions League, like you did a few years ago.
The thing is, I've said it on my match preview, which is out tomorrow. Link in the description below to my channel pickup.
Yeah, we'll do.
But I said it, that tomorrow we're playing Everton at Goodison Park. That is the decisive game of our season. I think if we get 3 points there, we can kick on and really start to rebuild some momentum and get top 4. If we don't, I could see us finishing outside the top 6. So I would say our season, that is the defining game of our season. We've come back from the league being suspended, and we haven't played well. We've got two draws against 2 pretty average teams in Watford and Brighton. And being honest, without Schmeichel making some incredible saves, we could have easily lost both.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. But yeah, who do you think you're definitely gonna sell this summer?
Definitely, I don't think we're going to definitely sell anyone, but the most likely person to go is Chilwell, because his head's been in Stamford Bridge since January.
I think the game yesterday, like, I think that game just said it all. Like, when you said as soon as the game finished, basically the whole team was just angry or like upset or whatever. But then Chilwell, he was just laughing with Barkley and. Yeah.
I don't care that they played for England together and their mates off the pitch. Whilst you're on that pitch, you act professional, and even at full time, to instantly, as soon as the match is finished, be having a laugh with him shows that it didn't hurt you enough that we lost.
I mean, at least you should do a handshake and then like just do a handshake, hug for you for like a second or so, and you go. Because like, don't stand there laughing at each other. Like a respectful handshake will be just good. Would be good enough.
Isn't it a touch of the elbows at the moment?
Oh yeah, touch the elbow. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm so used to saying handshake, but yeah, to touch the elbow.
No, I don't. It stinks of don't care. Just full time. Oh yeah, let's have a laugh with my mate on the pitch after I've just lost a quarter final.
Yeah, I can see how you got really angry, because I saw 3 parts to you put on your story about that.
No, let's not go into these ones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it. Don't worry. I'm not gonna go into it. Oh god, right. Should we move on to the next question?
Yeah, well, you're the host. It's up to you, mate.
Right. So the next question is, Cameron, where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? And Anthony, where do you think Leicester will finish this season? Right.
I think Arsenal will finish still in North London, and Leicester will finish in the Midlands. No, Arsenal, I think, will finish 8th, and Leicester, I think, will finish 4th.
Yeah, I think. Well, not gonna lie, I think Arsenal we're gonna finish either 10th or like between 10th and 7th. I think around that area we're gonna finish.
Cameron, that fence is looking quite comfy. Come off it and give a position.
Right, okay, so I mean, I think we're going to finish 9th. Not going to lie. Oh, yeah, I think 9th is going to be the most definite way I think we're going to finish. Because we're currently 9th right now. Are we 9th? Yeah, we're ninth right now.
That's a
Yeah.
solid top half finish, mate.
You almost said solid mid-table finish.
I think we finished ninth in the last 2 of the 3 seasons, so I can't say anything. But the
Yeah.
difference is, you're Arsenal, we're Leicester. We're the ones who should be mid-table.
Yeah, you're allowed to be mid-table. We're not. We're not
meant to be
allowed.
mid-table. Well, we're not even meant to be mid-table. We're, in terms of the size of club that we actually are, in terms of fan base and history and stuff, we should be in a relegation battle based on that. But it's because of the infrastructure and how much our owners care about the club is why we are where we are.
Yeah, well, I don't think you should be in a relegation battle, in my opinion, because, like, no matter how little you have or had, you're still playing really well and you're still giving the fight for the full 90 minutes. Like, I don't think you should...
I think you've missed my point. Like, in terms of the team we've got, that should be nowhere near the relegation.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, I thought you said we should be in a relegation battle.
No. Like, in terms of the size of club we are,
Oh, yeah.
Fan base and all of that, we shouldn't be anywhere near the top 4, which is why Sky hate us. We're making an embarrassment.
So you think you'll be finishing 4th, and I think we'll be finishing 9th. All right, decent. So we've actually got 2 questions that are not about our club. The first one is, would it be a bad season if the Foxes slip out of top 4? So we'll talk about Wolves.
No, Foxes is Leicester.
Fox. My bad. Okay, it's because Wolves have a fox on their thing as well, so I got confused.
Wolves don't have a fox. Wolves have a wolf.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Please leave that in. Please leave that in.
Oh, Joe will. Oh my god. Why do I think... Oh my god. No, right. Okay, so... Alright, so do you think it'll be bad if the Foxes slip out of top 4?
That's cool, man. If you'd asked me about the start of the season, I would say no, because I was hoping we could break the top 6. But seeing we've been 3rd and at one point 15 points clear of 5th in November, if we don't finish top 4 now, I'd be very disappointed, to be honest.
Yeah, like, I think anyone would be disappointed in Leicester if they finish like out of top 4. Like you've been playing very well this season. If you don't get top 4, then obviously I think you have the right to be upset.
The thing is this restart's affected us a lot more than it has other teams. And I said it before we restarted. We will struggle because the 12th man, so the crowd, is huge for how Leicester play in terms of the intensity and stuff and feeding off the energy of the crowd. B, we don't have the squad depth of the teams that are around us. We've got a very small squad in comparison to Chelsea, Man United, and even Man City. Obviously, they've got probably the best squad depth in the league. But those teams around us have got much more sort of pool of depth than we've got.
Yeah. I see what I mean by the pool of depth. Yeah, I definitely think that when it comes to, in terms of you saying about you knew you were gonna struggle at the start of the season.
Start of the restart.
You started. I meant restart. Start of the restart. I think any team would struggle a little bit. I think like Arsenal, we obviously struggled.
No, but the thing is, we all struggle more because of how, like, the fact that for us at home, is the King Power's been such a fortress for us. And then it's almost like taking the crowd away, that becomes then almost a neutral venue.
Yeah, it's like a library every game. Like, I think for Arsenal, it's no difference.
At the Emirates every game.
Yeah, I no different at Arsenal. Still a library.
Sorry, you put that one up on a T for me.
To be fair, I think I did. But yeah, it's just is what it is sometimes. Do you see Wolves slipping in the top 4 with easy games left?
Right, which Wolves are we talking about? Are we talking about Leicester now, or?
Oh, we'll talk about Wolverhampton, Anthony. We'll talk about Wolverhampton.
I'm sorry, I'll only take the piss out of that for another about 20 minutes. Don't worry.
No, that's fine.
Um,
That's fine. That's totally fine. It's entertainment. Oh god. So
I don't. They look very good at the moment, and they've got an easy-ish running. So, it, I don't think it's out of the question at all of them getting in the top four.
mm, I mean, well, where are they right now? They're fifth. They're doing really well. They're
Mm.
2 points behind Chelsea, only 3 points behind Leicester.
Yeah, he didn't need to say that last one,
Pardon?
but didn't need to say that last one of 3 points behind Leicester. But,
Like, I think
um,
Wolves may have surprised a few people this season. Like, well, obviously, I mean, this restart they might have surprised a load of people, but I didn't even realise how high up the table they were until now.
they're a
Because
good club, mate. They're very well run.
hmm
They're similar to us in the fact they've come from a championship with owners who care about the club, with a vision to make themselves a European club. Very similar to what we've got. So it will be huge for them if they could finish top four.
yeah, it's I mean yeah, it'll be uh I don't think Wolves would slip a top four. Um,
No.
maybe well they might if they don't have a good run in the next few games. They're definitely going to be in the top six. I think they have definitely secured a top six spot. But the top four it can be questionable. It depends on how the other
It's
games
dep-
play out.
it depends on Leicester and United where they finish.
Yeah. Yeah. With who Wolves got next then? Wolves have Arsenal on Saturday at 5:30. Um,
But I can't see anything but a Wolves 3 points there. I'm going to be honest.
yeah, not gonna lie. I if all okay in your terms when we lose, I
Oh,
th-
I didn't say that. I might as well have, but I didn't say that.
I think if we lose or when we lose, I think the scoreline will be something around like I think it'll be 3-1 to Wolves if we lose. If we draw, it'll be 2-2. And if we win, I think we'll win 2-1. I think that'll be like the scoreline. Depends.
I can't see you keeping a clean sheet.
Can you not?
Like Wolves, there's too much pace in attack for Wolves,
Hmm.
and I think you'll struggle to deal with that. Saka's brilliant at left back, and Tierney is, but apart from that, your defence looks a shambles. Without Leno as well, I think you're going to struggle with him with the running.
Most definitely. Yeah, I think Saka playing as left back. I think it will play well against Wolves when we play them, but obviously when you said Wolves have a really pacey attack, I think
Mhm.
we might struggle because we haven't got a lot of defenders that are quick. The only quick defenders we have are Saka, Bellerin, um, Tierney.
But Bellerin doesn't look that quick anymore.
Yeah,
Since he's come back from his injury, he's lost a
yeah.
yard of pace.
Like he's still got some pace in him, but I don't think he's been. Yeah, obviously he's not quick as beforehand. But I think yeah, the only pacey defenders we have are the three I named. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but the thing is, if you play Saka, you won't play Tierney, and if you play Tierney, you won't play Saka.
hmm. Kolasinac, we've not played him in a while. I think Kolasinac, he's a decent left back, but
Is he?
yes, I think yes, I think he's a decent left back, but I just don't think he's shown it quite a lot recently. I know he's got that fight in him, but I just don't think yeah, I don't think he's got the fight left in him. But I do believe he's a good defender, but I think we need to give him more chances. We haven't been giving him chances at all recently.
Fair enough.
Oh, that is out of the. Well, oh, okay, we're out of questions now. Um, is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm good. What have you got coming up on your channel, mate?
On my channel, well, on my Can Really Plays, I've actually got a few gaming videos coming up. Hopefully, Hopefully, I'm gonna do some more GTA stunt races with people. Hopefully, maybe more Warzone, FIFA. I haven't really uploaded a lot more on my channel with FIFA recently, but I have my Twitch, which I've been streaming a lot of FIFA on there recently. And I've seen you come into my streams and hosting them. That really helps quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember 3 weeks after starting streaming, literally 3 weeks after me streaming, I got affiliate, which I was really happy with. Because I had people coming in, stuff like hosting me, viewing, leaving tab open, stuff like that, which I'm very thankful for. My JustCameron channel. Obviously, I got a podcast coming out, but hoping to do more videos soon because I want to do more talky videos and like reactions, stuff like that. So if you want to see more comments, more not comments, if you want to see more videos to do with reactions or whatever, put in the comments down below, and I'll definitely do that. And also, I have my music channel, which I'll be bringing out an album pretty soon. A lot of people. Well, some people don't even know about it, but most people that I've told about obviously know about it. I've got a few features on there that some people don't know, but yeah, I've just been working on a lot of stuff recently. What about you, Ant?
So for me on my channel, it's quite hard with Leicester. Most of my content's normally based around going to games and stuff, and obviously haven't been able to do that for the last 4 months. So a lot of it's currently match previews for obviously the Leicester fixtures, match reactions, match reviews. Also taking an in-depth look at players that Leicester are linked to, doing potential signings. So for an example, we were quite heavily linked to Phil Coutinho a while ago, and we had a proper look at sort of his strengths, his weaknesses, the sort of where he could fit in at Leicester, if it's a signing that would work for Leicester, and sort of the logistics and the reality of whether it's a good signing or not. And then as well, I've got I say my channel, it's a channel that me and my mates are running called Beyond the 90, doing Leicester podcasts, talking to a lot of opposition fans. We talked to a few old Leicester players as well, so make sure to give that one a watch. But for me,
Link will be in the description.
at the moment, yeah, bigger. But at the moment, for me, it's. I don't want to say it on hold because I'm still releasing videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, my content's mainly built around going to Leicester games. So once that starts again, then I'll be releasing a lot more matchday content, which is the content that I enjoy making.
That's decent. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. If you guys haven't seen Anthony's work he does on his channels and haven't seen his Twitter or whatever, make sure to go check it down in the description to this podcast / video. Thank you for coming to the podcast, Ant. I appreciate it.
No worries, mate.
And yeah, so guys, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, press like, and comment down below if you who you want to see on the podcast next, what topics you want us to talk about next as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will be probably within the next week or so. Depends on what's on my schedule and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, like I said, check out Anthony's description down below as well. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.